lads, firstly, it is the preview. It is the last Hull City home game of the season. And secondly, you may be wondering, Joe, where the hell is your face cam? So, I am in the process of getting ready to go out for a party. And, my face is kind of a bit rashy at the minute, let's say. You'll see it tomorrow on the vlog, but it's just easier for me to not do face cam today and reveal what a state my face is in for you tomorrow. So anyway, team news. Evandro and Adama Diomande have returned to full training but won't play tomorrow, having returned from injury. Merton Obaja will most likely not be seen in a Hull City shirt again, as he remains injured and is out of contract at the end of the season. James Weir remains injured. For Cardiff, midfielders Aaron Goodison and are expected to be fit for promotion chase in Cardiff. And on Liverpool midfielder Marco Broich, Kenneth Sahore and Craig Bryson could all be recalled. Wales defender Jazz Richards has returned to full training following a long-term ankle problem, but is unlikely to feature. Now let's get into my predicted team. In goal, Alan McGregor is supposedly in talks with Rangers after supposedly getting a new contract, but now he's got an offer from Rangers. He won't stay here. He's had great success with Rangers in the past, and he'll want to go back there. So I think this is the last time we'll ever see McGregor at the KCOM Stadium in the flesh. Right back for Kayo Tomori, Chelsea Looney, and realistically, he won't be back here next year. I'd love to see him back, it'd be brilliant, but I don't think so. So I reckon this will be the last time we ever see Tomori in the flesh. Centre-back, Michael Hector, again another Chelsea Looney. Let's face it, probably won't be back next year, but he has hinted that he wants a contract here because he said in the Hull Daily Mail a couple of weeks back that he needs to be at one club now where he can just stay there for a substantial amount of time, because obviously last year he was out with Germany, the year before that he was at Reading, and then he's with us now and he's just become a father again. So he obviously wants to stay in one place and it not be like all moving about for his family and stuff. So I hope Hector stays, but I don't think he will. Centre-back Andre Mazouk, one player that will definitely be here next year. By the way, I think Adkins is really going to rotate the team now we're safe. Mazouk, he's a brilliant centre-back. When he came, people called him a B-Tech Dawson. He's just faster, a little bit taller, better on the ball, and better at heading. So he's basically better at everything. But he's had his off days, but on his day he has been brilliant, if not better than Dawson. So I'd like to see him play. Left back, Stephen Kingsley. Obviously, special place in my heart for this man. And he's coming back to fitness, and he played against Bristol City. I reckon Adkins will give him another run out. Right mid, Jared Bowen. It just will happen, won't it? Left centre mid, Marcus Henriksen. He's been playing really well of late in that position, so I really think that he will stay there and Adkins won't want to ruin his run of form. Right centre mid, David Myler. This is the last time I will ever see him, probably. And that photo, the day I got that photo, was the best day of my life. It was brilliant meeting him. He's such a down-to-earth, friendly, humble guy. At this point, I didn't know he was out of contract. It had slipped my mind. And next year, he won't be here. He's confirmed that unless something miraculous happens. Sad, but all good things have to come to an end. I'll be sad to see you leave, Dave, don't get me wrong. But you'll always have that special place in my heart. Left mid, Wilson. I'd love to have him back next year. I would absolutely love it. But will it happen? Will it happen? I'm in two minds. It's a good deal because it's a good deal for Liverpool because he'll get experience. It's a good deal for us because we'll get one of our best players in the second half of the season back for the entirety of next season. But it also will happen because he's done so well out on loan for us. Klopp will have him within the first team setup and he'll be on the bench a lot. So I'm in two minds with this one. I don't know. The first striker, Will Keane. Scored his first goal ever for us against Burton. And he's come back from injury, he's grown his hair. I'm not really sure what to think of him at this point, but I hope next year when we don't have Hernandez, we've got Dicko and Campbell, and we've got some young players coming through the ranks like... No, Lua's not here next year, is he? Hopefully we'll still have Bowen, hopefully we'll have Wilson back, we'll have like Keane Lewis Potter coming through the ranks, Ben Hinchcliffe. Hopefully those guys can shine. Hopefully he can do very well next season. Alongside Dicko, Campbell, or alongside both of them, all up there on his own. He's a brilliant target man, in a way. If we could have Dicko and Keane, like a little and large, a pace and precision sort of thing, like a strength and height sort of combination, that combination would be brilliant. And finally, Abel Hernandez. He is phenomenal. I've absolutely loved seeing him in a Hull City shirt over these past 4 years. I'm surprised we've kept him for that long, to be honest. I think the reason we have is because when he's been in the Premier League, he hasn't performed. He is a Championship level player, don't get me wrong, but on his day in the Premier League, he can do a job. And if he hadn't have been injured this season, and he'd have been banging them goals in for us alongside Campbell, which we thought would be the partnership, and looked brilliant early on in the season, we could have been pushing for playoffs. But obviously he got injured, and we couldn't find a goal scorer, hence why we signed Dicko. So, I'll be sad to see Abel go. He's going to go back to Italy. That's all but confirmed. He's supposedly in talks with a lot of Italian clubs, including Inter Milan, but we don't know. So Abel, thank you so much for your services, and goodbye. Now the substitutes bench: Marshall, McDonald, Dawson, who won't be here next year because he's got a deal signed up with Forest. Marshall will be our number 1 next year. Can I just say, that guy there is our number 1 next year, unless we sign another goalkeeper. Oh my God, he is a calamity! McDonald, he'll be playing centre-back next year. Dawson won't be here next year, he'll be in Nottingham next year. Olaina, I hope we have him back next year, but I don't think we will. I reckon Chelsea will either keep him or send him out somewhere else. Jackson Irvine, da-da, your login never looked so good. So good. I hope he's here next year. Hopefully he can drive us on, be that midfield force alongside Henriksen. And yeah. Grzycki, he'll probably be here next year because nobody will want to buy him unless he has a brilliant World Cup. And then Fraser Campbell. So that's my predicted team. Now on to my predicted score. It's tough, this one. It is really, really tough, this one, because we're on a good run, Cardiff are on a pretty poor run. We looked like we could beat them earlier in the year, apart from their marginally offside goal, and the fact that Dicko nearly scored from a really tight angle. But it's struggling. Obviously, Cardiff need to win. We don't need any sort of result here because we are guaranteed safety. So I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I can't see us beating them, but I can't see them beating us. So that's why I've gone for that result. Now we are going to take a look at all of the players that we will not be seeing that we will be. Bleh. Now we're going to take a look at all the players that we will probably be seeing for the last time this game at the KCOM Stadium. So then, of these players that could and probably will be leaving, we're starting off with Alan McGregor. Supposedly going to Rangers, did look like he was going to get a new contract only a week ago. Then Rangers came in, and then to him it was pretty much a no-brainer. He's made it clear that he wants a new deal. The Elams have made it clear that they don't want to give him one. So it's a no-brainer for him that he wants to go where he's wanted. And it's obviously disappointing. Ever since he came, Alan's been one of my favourite players. But it's sad to see him go. But I wish him the best. And I hope wherever he goes for the rest of his career, he does well. Next is Ola Aina. We might see him next season. I hope Adkins brings him back, because he's been pretty good for us this year. But the likelihood of him coming back is very low, let's put it that way. Wish him the best. Will he be one of the Chelsea kids that gets picked, or will he be one of the Chelsea kids that gets thrown out the door? We don't know. Next is Josh Claxton, one of my many boys. He was, the day that I was mascot, he came into the changing rooms when everyone was meeting Dawson and Adkins and Campbell, and he came in, went and sat down quietly, and then I was like, that's a City player. I walked over to him, sat down and had a little chat with him, like, can I have a photo and an autograph, mate? You're just Claxton, aren't you? I was like, yeah. Like, thanks, mate. And because what happens is some players come in the dressing room and the rest of them come like into a little like warm-up area with like gym bikes and stuff. And when Claxton came in there, because he knew some of the lads hadn't noticed him, he came in and then just like me and like embraced me because he like knew that he'd already seen me in a way. So sad to see him go probably. Max Clark, obviously very similar situation to Timon not getting a scholarship deal. Sad to see him go. He's been pretty decent this year, and obviously he's a Hull lad. Dawson, he's one of the nicest chaps I've ever met. He's one of the nicest people to ever meet. He came in, he was really friendly with all us, and it was very... There was like, you could tell that he enjoys like captaining and like leading. And obviously, I'll be sad to see him go, but he's been lined up since January. We've known that one. Hector, like I said earlier, he wants a contract, but I don't think he'll get one. Hernandez, I've spoken all I need to about him. Sad to see him go. He's been brilliant. Going back to Italy. Larson. Now, I haven't got a problem with Larson going, because he doesn't want a new contract. But the way he's kind of been let go is a bit strange. Odebajo, haven't seen him for 2 years. He was brilliant in that promotion-winning season, but has just dropped off. He got injured in pre-season last year against Grimsby and looked to be coming back January in 2017, had another setback, then looked to be coming back this month. He had another setback in February, and it looks like we'll never see him in a City shirt again. I said his contract would depend on fitness. Right now, he has not got it. Tomori, I've already said that he's probably not going to be here next year. Wilson, he's been brilliant. I hope to see him back next year. There's a chance with this one, because I reckon Adkins will try hard to get him back. And finally, Myler. I've spoken all I need to about this bloke. He is one of the players that will have a special place in my heart forever. Love you so much, Dave. Goodbye.